is Monday, November the 4th. It is prime time. I'm in the tree really early today. The weather is absolutely beautiful. The high today is supposed to be in the low 60s. And the wind is kind of marginal for me where I'm sitting. But it was just too nice a day not to come here and sit. The cameras have been really slow on all my plots lately. I have had a couple of pictures of some decent bucks the last few days, mostly at night. Some of them were right at dusk or right at daylight, and several of the pictures were here at the scrape tree. So I brought Bucky today. I've got Bucky out there hoping that if a decent buck crosses and sees him, maybe he'll come see it, because this is a big plot. This plot's hard to hunt with a bow. I don't know that I'll see anything for a while because it is so early, but it was just too nice not to come sit. I'm gonna get quiet, finish setting up, and hopefully a midday buck will come through. My plan is to sit until dark unless something crazy happens. If I see anything, I'll show it to you. That was just cool. That's why I use a decoy. It started raining about 30 minutes ago, just a light rain. And I always keep a plastic bag in my camera bag just in case it rains to cover up the camera. So I had my plastic bag over the camera, and the rain had pretty much let up. And I was just getting ready to take that bag off the camera, and I looked up, and there was that buck standing there looking at Bucky. If he would have had some brow tines, I may would have been interested in him, but I've never seen that deer before, never had a picture of that deer before. That's the rut. I love how a decoy just takes their attention and draws them in. I think I've probably got about an hour left of daylight, so I'm definitely gonna be here until it gets dark. Well, I just had another buck come in, small buck. They are definitely on their feet. I'm almost out of daylight, but I'm gonna stay just as long as I can film. Hopefully if I see anything else, I'll have enough light to show it to you. If not, I'll see you probably tomorrow.
Yep.
Guys, it is November the 6th, and in the same breath, I want to say that encounter we've been waiting for all year just happened. It just didn't go the way we wanted it to. It didn't go our way for sure, so just a huge kick in the butt to start this vacation, but we know he's here. I just happened to look up to the left on this hayfield where I walked in. Wasn't expecting him to be over there, and he was 60 yards out in the middle of the field, so I just threw a mouth grunt, and he started running in. Got all the way down here 20 yards just behind me where I could not shoot. So I drew back 2 different times on him, and I could not find the gap, and he kind of wigged out, went up on the other side of the field there. I don't know, I'm still just a little mind blown about it, but we're in the game, he's in the area. I know that I'm not worried about bumping him just a little bit there. He'll be back chasing those probably this morning, so. The only thing that's not guarded is we're kind of in a little bit of a heat snap right now. It's supposed to get up to 80 degrees today. Then tomorrow it's gonna drop 10 degrees and just keep on dropping a little bit from there, so. It's only gonna get better as we move on. Hopefully he doesn't get locked down in the meantime. But we'll stick it out this morning and check the wind and come up with a game plan for this afternoon, because he is not where I figured he was gonna be. So we'll see. We're gonna go ahead and get ready to start packing our stuff up here. It's still fairly early, but this is back to the house. Might grab a couple cameras on the way out, pull some SD cards, grab a bite to eat. The plan is to move over to a spot I sat last year, just down this river bottom where he's actually been daylight the last 2 nights coming into the food plot over on the other side of this creek. So plan is to get in there, kind of tight to bedding, about lunchtime, and just ride it out at the end of the day, hopefully get a visual. If not, we may be back in the stand tomorrow morning just because we can see out of it. So if we get some intel, then the plan is we're going to go ahead and be aggressive and just make the move while we know we got him. So.
Good afternoon, and welcome back to Midwest Whitetail, the E-Show. It is Sunday, November 3rd, and we are back out here at Old Faithful making our 4th sit of the weekend, and we are sitting up literally where we have watched buck after buck after buck walk out right over here. We moved about 60 yards or so to the west, just a place where we always see these bucks come in and out of. It's very aggressive. I typically don't like to do that over here. We have a south wind, so it's coming and hit me right in the back, taking me out to the food plot, but going all in here, kind of just moving over closer to where these bucks come out. But as always, thanks for tuning into Midwest Whitetail, the E-Show. As you can see, we're back in the truck. I got covered up there at the end, couldn't do a closing interview. Had an awesome hunt, saw several does and fawns. The ozonics was definitely working. We had that spike or a little 3-point come out and literally bed down right where I needed one of the shooters to go, and I thought that was pretty cool to see. He just kind of came down, bedded down, and just watched all the does and fawns that were out and working in front of him. But we'll get back at it. I don't know if we'll be able to get out during the week at all this week, but if we're able to, whatever we see, we'll make sure you see it as well. But as always, thanks for tuning into Midwest Whitetail, the E-Show.
Windy, so we're kind of having to try to do this in between the gust. Today's Friday, November the 8th. We've got 2 different bucks that have been in this food plot in the last week. One is a buck we call Dropkick, and that's the deer Mark really wants to kill. And then there's another big 8-pointer we call Tweezer, and if he comes out, I'll take the bow. But it'd be really awesome if both of them come out and we got to double up. But Mark sat here 2 days ago, Wednesday, and Tweezer actually did come out and check some of the does. The closest he said he got was about 52 yards. That's the one thing about this plot, it's so big that they have to cross 3/4 of it to get in bow range for us.